Does this sound familiar? Let's say you just completed an awesome brand, web, or design project, and you know that once it's shared, it'll drive a ton more leads. However, you run into the same problem that a lot of us do, which is you complete it and you schedule next week to be able to create your case study and post it on social. However, new project comes in the door, or you just get busy with other stuff, and then that gets kicked off to the following week and the following week. And then now you're 6 months down the road, and that case study still hasn't been completed, along with a growing list of other ones. So we've decided we're done with that, and we've created Work.inc to solve that problem. And so what we do is that you give us your working files, we turn it into all the case study assets you need for your site, as well as social, and we'll even post it for you. Now, the obvious question is, well, why can't we just do it? You're completely right. You should just do it. It's cheaper that way, and you already know everything. However, we've found that the number of people, other friends we've asked how their process works, and other creative agencies, they run into the same problem where they say, we know we should do it. It's really important, and actually is the one thing that drives sales is simply show your work. But we just don't do it. We don't prioritize it. So we have a number of agencies who've been loving our service so far. And during this process, through talking to a handful of other agency owners, there's been a desire for just a sample. And so that's what we want to talk you through today. And I want to show you what that starter sprint could look like. Welcome to Work.inc, where we'll turn your best work into a marketing machine. Let me take you through a couple slides here. So here's the thing. Most studios have great work that no one sees, and here's some obvious problems with that. So you're losing projects by not showing work. There's zero time to create new studies. You have inconsistent posting, and you maybe don't share your work. You have no plan for building authority online, not just posting whatever you feel like. And then there's non-existent inbound strategy. So there's nothing from let me post my work to here's what type of work I want to get, and then here's how I break that into assets that will get me more of that type of work. So here's what we want to solve. Here's all the files. We format it and restructure it and even post it for you in the correct formats that they need to be, and also even structuring it correctly for your own website. So here's the starter sprint story, and I'll get into more of like what Work.inc does beyond this, but the main request that has come through is, can we just sample what this looks like? And so starter sprint is in comparison to our standard package, which starts at $5,000. And this, what we want to start with is a positioning and strategy call. So there's a lot of people in the branding, web, design space who at surface level from customer standpoint, all are saying the same thing. And so we want to make sure that you're positioned uniquely. So on that call, we'll dive into that and even how you should come through visually, what's unique about you, what's unique about your projects. From there, this sample from the starter sprint will be 4 custom images. So we don't like to use just off the shelf stuff. So we want to make sure that it feels unique to you. And then an animation, so you can get an idea of what that could look like. And then there's a 30-day content calendar. This is ideas for you of what you can use to then be able to create more content on your own. And then finally, I'm in the process of looking at over 100 of the top branding, creative web companies, and to break down the structure that is working the best for them. And so then we can take that to our own sites and to say, this is the structure that we need to have. And then obviously it's styled for ourselves. So how does this work? First is that you share the work. So typically what that looks like, you send us Figma files, or if you have your stuff in Illustrator, as are typically the places we go. We send you back examples of what that could be, and then we refine those back and forth until you're happy with it. For this starter sprint, we're most likely going to do about like maybe 1 or 2 revisions here. And then finally is that we will share all this and then give you the right formats. Typically it's 4:5 ratio by 16:9. The next random question and the next obvious question will be, well, what type of work do you produce? Here's some examples of one of our projects that you can see more of a cohesive case study. Here's a couple animations for logos. Here are a couple UI and web animations, kind of taking from there's Soren Iverson is one of our clients, and so he has done a ton with product, and so we'll be able to take specific pieces where sometimes you want to show that entire design system, others you want to show a specific interaction, or maybe on that top right one, it's maybe more of like a brand statement with the UI over an image. Here are a couple other brand mocks. And then here's what the process looks like. So we send you a form, get some questions answered. We send you an invite to Slack. We schedule the call. Next is on the call, again, we map out what's unique about you and then how you can stand out. And then over a little over a week, then we'll go back and forth on getting you the different assets, the images, and then final at the end of that, we'll send it to you. So that's basically it. And if you want to compare that to the other packages here, feel free to pause this, or you can just go to Work.inc. And so on the left side, $4.99. This is just get a sample, get an idea. Hopefully, if nothing else, you just get a better structure for you guys to be able to create assets. And then if you want to do more with us, no pressure at all, you can see what those packages look like here. The studio scale and posting is really what everybody's doing right now, which is I need a month's worth of content posted on social. And then also I want to get, it's typically around like 3 or so case studies or different projects that they send us files for, and we create about 10 images, including animations for case studies for their site, and then we'll post it for them and then give them reports on the best performing posts. The other authority machine is more if you want to take that to the next level. So you as an individual also want to post your assets, and you also want to post methodologies and frameworks, and it's going a step beyond just posting your work, but it's what's going on beyond the work. And this is more of a, if you want to call it ghostwriting and lead magnets and more than just the work there. And then finally, the last one at the bottom is, I've had a couple of clients just say, can you just create one case study for us? We just want to see the full end-to-end process, and we've been trying to get this one done and we haven't. So can you help with that? So that's it. If you have any questions, let me know with this. You can check out Work.inc/sprint for the specific $4.99 sprint offer. Or if you just kill the sprint and you want to see what Work.inc is as a whole, you can check that out, Work.inc. Thank you guys so much.